I've got a 40-minute Pilates class for you today. It's a gentle flowing class with some Pilates basics, but really nothing that's going to be too strenuous. So perfect for those days where you want to do some Pilates. This is your stress release class. Let's get started, shall we? So we're going to just roll your shoulders, just loosen up through the upper body, and then let your shoulders come on up to your ears and lower. Lift up and down, just to stretch out through the upper body, and then bring one arm up for me. You're going to reach this arm up, and as you stretch the arm up, just ease your other arm down to the side. Take a big breath in, and then up the other way. And what I want you to feel for this side bend is that you're reaching up rather than reaching down. So your first focus is this kind of length through the side of the spine. Try that again on the other side. Bring this arm up, reach this arm up. So yes, it's a side bend, but the focus is on this side of the spine, just opening up, and then other side. We're going to just reach up, stretch up, ease down, and then lift, and then bring your hands down by your sides, and we will reach. And this time now we're thinking more about that side bend, and come up, and we'll come on over and lift up, and then bring the backs of your hands together. So we're going to bend your knees, round your back, open up through your back. Take a big breath in here, press those hands away, and then arms out, chest lifted. Let those ribs come on up. And again, bring the backs of your hands together, eyes down, stretch out. And then open up and stretch out through your chest. So open up here. And then from here, it's warm. We're going to let one knee lift up now and balance. And as you balance, trying to feel those hips are nice and level. Collarbone wide, and then take the leg out to the side and bring your arms out. So we're going to stretch from middle finger to middle finger. Let that leg lift. Let your tail come into the back of the thigh. Draw those ribs in and hold. And then over to the other side. Let your knee lift up. Fingertips out in front. Let your leg come out to the side. Arms wide. Fingertip to fingertip. And hold and lower. Again, let your knee lift up. So really feel here this sense of connecting through your tummy, open through the shoulders. Gently draw your chin in, something you've been working on. That's it, because our heads are heavy. And if the head comes forwards, everything comes forwards. If you can draw your chin in and back, it's much easier to engage here and to balance. Then let your leg come out again and balance and hold and lower. And then again on the other side, your knee lifts. Your arms come out, collarbone wide, pull up through that back leg. Leg out to the side and hold, gently drawing your chin in, just aligning your head with the rest of your body as well. And then as you come down, hands onto your hips, and we are going to just tip forwards, your eyes down. Oh, I brought a little friend in on my sunflower. And then come on down, eyes down. There he goes. And lift up. Again, from here, we're going to come on down, eyes down, up to standing. And again, from here, eyes down, nice and long through your back. And then up to standing. And then bring your hands onto the back of your head. Gently press your head to your hands. Draw those ribs in, elbows out to the side. And then just ease over. Come on up, ease over, good. Come on up. And then if you just bring your feet hips width apart into your lunge position, one foot forwards, the other foot comes back. We're going to let your hip come under, collarbone nice and wide, drop into a lunge position here and hold. So shoulders back. And again, we're thinking about your chin coming in, ease down and hold your lunge position. And then change legs. So this is more of our static hold. That foot comes back, hip comes under, sink into your lunge. Just hold that position. Let me just adjust my camera slightly. So we hold that lunge, chin in, come on up. Once more on each leg, take a step back, pick up that hip into your lunge, hold that space, and again, just feel that chin comes back, the ribs come back, so everything comes over that back leg. Weight in your front heel. Hold here for a breath. And release. And then other side. Bring the other foot forwards, step back. Pick up that hip, down, collarbone open, chin comes in, ribs come in, hold that position. Hold that lunge, hold here for a breath. And out. And then back up to standing. And then we're going to come down to the floor. So let's come down onto your hands and knees. Bring your mats out for me. And bear with me while I just adjust you ever so slightly. So we're going to come on down. Right, that's better. Onto your hands and knees. So from here now, we're going to just let your toes come under. So we find your little hover position, eyes down, feel that weight comes forward. So your shoulders are right over your hands, and then think about your head. So sometimes that head is kind of hitched up here. We want to look down, gently draw your chin up into the back of the neck. And then from here, breathe into your ribs. And as you exhale, let your knees hover up and away from the floor. And breathe in. We come back down. Again, breathe in here. On your out breath, we're going to lift and hover. Eyes down. Inhale, back down to the floor. And once again, breathe out. Knees hover away from the mat. And then come back down. Take this into a twist. So bring one hand into the back of the head. Let your elbow lift up. Look to your top hand. Come back down. And then to the other side. Bring that hand up. Lift up to the side. And back down to your hands and knees. So from here now, we're going to start to come into our swimming exercise. So I want you to feel again your shoulders over your wrists. Breathe in, and on your out breath, we gently draw your tummy up and away from the waistband. And then we lift your opposite hands to knee and let them hover off the floor. And as you hover, you want to feel the weight comes into this hand and this knee. Then your hand comes to your back. Gently press your back into your hand and let your leg come out. Now, quite often as we do this, that weight shifts over. So feel the weight shifts back onto the inside of your knee as you hold. And notice that connection through your tummy, and then take this arm out and breathe, eyes down, chin in, back to your hands and knees. And then the same thing to the other side. So we lift and hover here and hold. Bring your hand to your back. Gently press your back to your hand. That leg comes out, that weight on the inside of your knee. We lift up, we hover and hold. And then bring your arm out and then back down to your hands and knees. Press through your hands, head down, tail down, ribs lift up. Lengthen through your back. And again, press. Head down, stretch out. And then ribs drop back down into the floor. Then from here, if you come on down onto your forearms, so we just start to get a little bit more movement through your bottom and your back. And press your weight forwards into your forearms and come on back. We're going to come forwards. We come back. We're going to come forwards. We come back. Then take one leg out, open up through your hip, bring your knee back down. Other side, that leg comes out, open up through your hip, bring your knee in. Again, we'll come out, open through your hip, bring your knee in. One more time, that leg comes out, open up through your hip, bring your knee back down, press through the knees, head down, stretch out through your back, hold that position, drop the back down, ribs coming down into the floor, and then once more back to your hands and knees. And as we come back to your hands and knees, let's come back to our hover again. So space between your ears and your shoulders. That deep breath into your ribs. Exhale. The toes come under, your knees hover up and away from the mat and hold. Draw your hips up to your ribs and then back down to the floor. And just pausing here for a little stretch. So take one leg out behind you, press the heel away, round out through your back, down to your knees, other side out, round out through your back, lengthen onto your knees, and then let's come round to seated. So we're going to come into the middle of your mat and bring your hands down, eyes down to the floor. Big breath into your ribs. Exhale. Again, big breath in and out, and then your hands into the backs of your thighs, lift up through your back. Gently now start to allow your pelvis to come under, so your hips come on up, and we'll come up to seated. And again from here, gently roll on back. So not a huge amount of flexion through that lower back at this point, really starting to feel that space, particularly in those deep lumbar vertebrae. So we lift through the crown of the head, send the pelvis under, open through your hips, come on up to seated, lift up at the top, breathe in, and again start to send that pelvis under, open up through your hips, and then as you come up to seated, extend the feet out. We start with a twist, so just look over your shoulder and hold, and then can you bring your hand forwards and reach this other arm back. And then the same thing to the other side. Start with your twist. We'll come on down and reach and come on up. Then your hands down by your side. So we're going to press in, lift up through the ribs. So feel yourself right on the fronts of your sitting bones. Feel the tummy working, collarbone wide. Use the floor to help you sit up and feel those shoulders coming back as well here. The chin comes in, and then we're going to lift these arms and hold that position. So working into the shoulders, your ribs, your tummy. It's kind of a neutral setup from seated. Hold that position, and then hands come in, eyes down, and bring your hands back, your palms up. So just now thinking through the upper back, the triceps, the shoulders, and then up to seated. So once again from here, bring hands into the backs of your thighs. Gently start to roll on back, opening up through your hips and up to seated. Again from here, gently roll on back, opening up through your hips, up to seated. And once again, just gently roll on back, open up through your hips. And as you hold here, soften the shoulders, your heels come away, those hands come on out. Can you come a little further this time? So ease back, soften the shoulders, relax the jaw. Feel that lift of your hips up to your ribs. So it's like you're leaning back into a hammock as you hold that position, thighs together as well, so you get that squeeze. And then we lift up and we come forwards and we come back into our twist. One hand in, the other arm comes back. Look to your back hand. And down and up to the other side. Come on up, and then again, hands by your sides. Press in, lift up through those ribs. So again, we're on the fronts of your sitting bones, collarbone open, chin comes in. We've got this lift here, and then those hands come forwards and hold. And then from here, we're going to come all the way down to the floor. So if you come on down now onto the mats, all the way down onto the floor, hands down by your sides. taking a moment, just slide that head out and away, really trying to help you to feel that you've got that length through the back of the neck. With the mat underneath you, you've got something to react against. So now you know your head is directly over your shoulders because the mat and the floor are helping guide you. And we just gently feel that weight shift from one side of the pelvis to the other, and gently spread those ribs out on the mat. Gently spread that pelvis on the mat so you get this connection through your tummy. And then you're going to let one knee lift up over your hip and the other knee lift over your hip and hold. And again, breathe in here, open up through the back of the pelvis. Imagine your pelvis is getting bigger and deeper, and the same with those ribs, so you're connected here. Now, if you just bring your hand onto your tummy, nice and low down, breathe in, and as you exhale, feel your tummy comes away from your hand. So you feel that connection through your tummy. And then you're going to breathe out, let one leg come out, inhale, it comes back in. So nice and steady to start off with. And a few cues that might help you here. As the leg comes away, you send your tail into the back of the thigh, you come back in, and we come out and in, and we come out and in, and we come out, and then let your feet come down to the floor into a bridge. So without the articulation, I just want you to gently press those hips up into a bridge position. So you lift and hold, pressing into the backs of your arms, again sliding the head out and away so those hips are lifted. Notice where your feet are on the floor. Have you kind of tensed those feet, or can you spread the feet out? Heels, outsides of the feet. You're aware of the inside arches of your feet, but then just gently draw your thighs in towards each other. So inner thighs, pelvic floor, tummy working, and then lower back down in towards the floor. Then from here, nice little exercise to help with shoulder mobility, but also this thoracic extension. So if you bring your hands together, and I want you to feel like you hold on to one hand, we'll breathe in, bring your arms over your head. So the ribs lift. And then as your hands come back up, and as you feel your bottom rib presses into the floor, you can add this roll up if you want to. But as you roll up, the weight stays in the pelvis. Now change hands. Bring the arms up. So it's like two exercises in one. Breathe in, bring your arms up. Exhale, we start to feel the ribs drop down. And then as you do, if you want to, we can lift the head and shoulders. Change hands. Come on up. Breathe in, bring your arms over your head. So you're just supporting the one arm with the other. Exhale, ribs down. Slowly lift on up. Just relax that jaw. Lift below the ribs. Change hands one more time. Breathe in, those arms come up. Exhale, we lift. And we're going to come on up, shoulders up and away from the mat, and then slowly come back down into the floor. So let's come back to that first core exercise, but now we're going to add some arms to this. So again, pelvis and ribs. And just take that deep breath in and draw your hips up to your ribs. And you're going to let your knees come over your hips, and those fingertips now come up over your shoulders. From here, breathe out, opposite arm to leg comes out, we'll come back in. Other side, out and in. Out and in. Those ribs spread out on the mat. Out and in. Again, out. So ribs pressing down, pelvis pressing down, out and in. One more time, out and in. And then again, those feet come down, hands by your sides, slide the head away, spread out those feet. Now focusing more on that articulation. So we're going to breathe in. As you exhale, press through your feet, start to roll under all the way up and into a bridge at the top, and slowly we start to roll back down in towards the floor. Breathe in at the bottom. Exhale, we're going to roll under and up into your bridge at the top, and we slowly come back down in towards the mat. And once again from here, breathe in. As you breathe out, roll under under, up into a bridge at the top, and slowly, slowly back down in towards the floor. And then let your arms come out wide and gently let your knees twist over to one side and hold. And then let your knees come back up. And we're going to come over to the other side. Now from here, we're going to come into our roll. Now I've been working on the kind of the breakdown of rolling like a ball. So here's what I want you to feel. Let your knees come up and bring your hands into the backs of your thighs. Let your ribs come on up, but your lower back now presses into the floor, and that just gently pushes you up. So we lift up and hold here. And as you come to the top, we've got that softness through your shoulders. Then your tail comes under. We start to come down, lower back down in towards the floor, knees lifted. If you want to, you can just pause with your head and shoulders down. Breathe in, exhale, lift through the ribs. Lower back presses into the mat. We slowly come on up to the top and hold. We start to come on down, pelvis under, lower back down in towards the floor. Good. Now, if you want to, you can just take this into more of a roll now, but feel that you can roll from the back of the pelvis to your bottom rib. So we're not moving any more than that, just focusing on that roll in the lower back. And if you want to, you can just bring your hands to the outsides of your shins and just feel a little bit more of that core working. And then back down to where you started, your feet back down. That's a nice warm up to now come back into. It's a modified version of our 100. So hands by your sides, ribs down into the floor, knees lifted here. And again, where is that pelvis? Just gently spread this out underneath you. It gets bigger, it gets wider. Ribs get wider. Knees are going to stay over your hips. Draw your hips over up towards your ribs. So it's like you can feel your apple core working. And then breathe in, the arms come up. Exhale, the hands come down. Breathe in, the arms come up. Exhale, down. So we're keeping head and shoulders down. Keep sliding the head away. Feel all of your ribs on the mat. And up and lower. Then from here, take one leg out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bring the knee in. Breathe in, breathe out. Other leg, opening up through the lower back and out. Leg comes in and out. One more on each side. The leg comes out. We feel that control and lower, in, up and down. And then last time the leg comes out, we open up through the back and lower, and then those feet down in towards the floor. And then just again, that little twist, knees coming over to one side. Gently open up through your chest, and we will come over to the other side into your twist. And then from here, we are going to come over onto your side. So if you come now onto your forearm, we will come on down, starting with a side bend. Bring your hand now into the back of the head, and we'll breathe in, your elbow comes up. And exhale, that rib drops down. Yes, so we focus on the side bend, up and lower and lift and lower. Now, shall we add a twist here? So lift the side, breathe in, your elbow comes down to your hand. Exhale, your elbow lifts up. Gently press your head to your hand. Breathe in, your elbow comes into your hand. Exhale, we're going to lift up and then press through your forearm all the way up now and hold. So your elbow is lifted, the ribs are in, your tail is under. And for that progression, if you want it, we can extend that leg out and hold. But all about this shoulder, your side, your hips, down to the floor. And then from here, we're going to come down onto your side. So into our side lying leg kick. Head resting down. Support the neck if you need to. Fingertips coming down, those toes slightly forwards. Your side is lifted, and then let your feet lift up and away from the floor. And feel like you can send your top leg a little further away. Your tail comes under, your ribs come in. Balance if you want to. So fingertips coming up. Hold here for a breath. Exhale, the tail comes under. Hold here for a breath. Exhale, the tail comes under, and then those feet come back down in towards the floor. Your knees come in towards you, and then from here, one leg comes out and the arm comes up. We take this into a twist. So that leg comes forwards, the arm comes back. The leg comes back, the arm comes forward. So you get that lovely stretch. The leg comes forwards, the arm comes back. The leg comes back, the arm comes forwards. And then from here, we will come over to the other side. So if you come over now onto the other end of your mats. Again, we are on your forearm and we focus first on your side bend. So from here, just bring your hand into the back of the head. Start to let your elbow lift up and we lower. Let your elbow lift up and we lower and lift up. And then from here, let's add that twist. So breathe in, elbow to your hand. Exhale, lift up. Breathe in, elbow to your hand. Exhale, lift up. That lovely twist through your back. Elbow to your hand. Lift up and then press here all the way up to the side. And can you take the top leg out and balance, elbow coming up, ribs coming in, gently pressing your head into your hand as you hold, and then all the way down. And then from here, we will come onto your side. So we're going to let your head rest down on your arm and extend those legs out, toes slightly forwards, fingertips coming up, and then let your feet lift up towards the ceiling. So we just feel that softness through your shoulder, chin coming in, tail coming under as you hold. Can you let that top leg lift and bring it down? And then breathe in here. Exhale, feel that lift through the middle. So from the hips to the ribs, fingertips coming up and hold. And as you lower, bend your bottom knee and we come into that twist again. So that leg comes forwards, the arm comes back. The leg comes back, the arm comes forwards. The leg comes forwards, the arm comes back. The leg comes back, the arm comes forwards into this big twist. Once again, in and back and in and down. And then from here, we are going to come up to seated. So we're going to come into our twist. Just bring your head over to your shoulder, gently stretch out through your neck. And over to the other side. And we're going to come into our twist, so your elbows come into your sides, palms up, ribs lifted, gently squeezing these arms into your side. We'll breathe in and we are going to rotate, look over your shoulder, and exhale, come back round. We'll breathe in, we're going to twist. So just deliberately taking away some of that movement for this one. So we really feel that movement through the top part of the spine. We come back and then twist. And then let your hands come onto your shoulders so we get a little bit more movement. We're going to twist, look to your back elbow, come back round. But we're really still focusing on that thoracic spine, trying to feel your chin is in line with your hands. Breathe in, we are going to twist. Exhale back. Once again from here, twist. And back, and then let your feet come out and just ease down in towards one leg. So just slide your hands down towards the outside of the leg. Ease in. Hold for a breath. We come up over to the other side. Ease down. Hold for a breath. We will come on up, and then we're going to just come down onto your front, down to the floor. And we're going to start with those arms out in front. So we reach the arms out in front. Your eyes are down to the mat. We've got this slight lift through the ribs onto the heels of the hands, looking down to the floor. So hips down, eyes down. Let one leg open up so your hip drops down, that leg lifts up. We lower, other side out, and lift and lower. Again, out, lift up, come on down, out, and lift, and lower. Alternate legs, breathe out, lift up, come on down. So the feeling you have here is of lengthening that leg out and away from you. And then let your hands come behind you, your palms up, your eyes down. Hold that position, feet together, thighs together. From here, come onto your forearms and hold. So press through your forearms. Gently let your tail come under. We're going to lift and hold. And as you hold, draw your hips up towards your ribs. Come back down towards the floor, opening up through your chest. Breathe in. And again, press, tail under. Lift up and hold. Down, open up through your chest. And then once again, we're going to press, open up through your lower back and hold. Shoulders away from your ears, eyes down to the floor, lift through the back of your neck. And then as you come on up, we will sit back and stretch out through your back. And then take a big step forwards, big toe to your little finger. Stretch out through your hip. And back and into the other side. In and stretch out through your hip. And then from your hands and knees, shoulders away from your ears, just allow your shoulders to come together, and we will just press and squeeze and press and in and press. And then the toes come on under. Hover your knees off the floor, step your feet out and hold. And we draw those hips to the ribs, space between your ears and your shoulders, long through the back of your neck as we hover and hold. And then back around to seated. So let's come just into the middle of your mat. And where we started, so those hands down to your feet, eyes down. Take a few deep breaths here and out. In and then roll down to the mat. So come on down, your knees up, your hands by your sides, gently open up through the back of the pelvis, soften the shoulders and the jaw and hold, and then just let one knee come in as the other leg comes out. Bring your knees back, other side, in and out. In and out. And then your option, if you want to, both feet come up, we lift up and we just take this into your scissor. 2 little out breaths. Inhale, change. We come out and in, out and in, out and in. One more on each side. Out and in, out. And then your knees come in. Gently let your knees come from side to side. Coming across. And then those feet come down, hands by your sides, ribs down, pelvis heavy, press and roll all the way up into a bridge at the top. And as you lower, just let your ankle come onto your knee. Allow your knees to just come across from side to side, over and over and over. And then to the other side, that foot comes down, other leg, ankle onto your knee, and let that leg come from side to side, across and over, across and over and back. Take one leg out, reach your arms up over your head and stretch, and then bring your knee in, stretch out through your back, and then to the other side, that leg comes out, your arms up and stretch, and then bring your knee in and round out through your back here. And slowly back up to seated. And as you come on up, around to seated. That's better. Hands just down by your sides. Bring your ear now to your shoulder and stretch. And up, over to the other side. And then ease down in towards one leg and stretch. And over. And then as you lift up, let your fingertips come down by your sides, and we'll look over your shoulder. And round and twist. And round, and then just let your arms come up. Breathe in as your arms come up. Elbows down by your sides. Stretch out. Backs of your hands together round your back. Again, bring your arms up. Elbows down. We stretch out. Take a big breath in and slowly come on down. Thank you so much for joining me for today's class. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel for more workouts like this, and do share with a friend who you think might enjoy the class. I will see you next time.